Quick heads up, there will be spoilers in this video, so if you don't want anything to be spoiled for you, go ahead and click off this video. With that, let's get started. Going into this movie, I have very high expectations, and this movie certainly lived up to them. The action is enjoyable and intense, the plot is interesting, the soundtrack is fine, the pacing is exactly the right speed, and the movie does a good job at subverting expectations. Based off of what I saw in the trailer, I assumed there would be a lot more fighting than there actually is, which is one of the reasons I enjoy war movies so much. But this movie doesn't need more fighting. For most of the movie, I was in a state of suspense, especially when the two main characters of the movie, Will Schofield and Tom Blake, were crossing no man's land to reach a deserted German trench, which they thought was possibly still occupied. Thanks to the feeling of suspense, while I was watching the movie, I didn't even realize how little fighting there was compared to other war films, such as Midway and Dunkirk. Schofield and Blake could be attacked at any moment, and the film does a great job at making you aware of this. The movie does a good job at subverting expectations without causing any problems. I was genuinely surprised when Blake died, as I did not expect the film to kill off somebody as important as him. This didn't cause any problems in the plot, and there was a very emotional scene at the end of the film where Schofield told Joseph Blake, Tom Blake's brother, that he had been killed, and I actually teared up. World War I was a truly horrific war, and 1917 wants to make sure you're aware of this. In the movie, there are dead bodies scattered all over the place. In one scene, Schofield accidentally places his hand inside of a dead soldier's corpse, and in another, he is swimming down a river when he reaches a log where a bunch of dead villagers are floating. The soundtrack fits in well, and it definitely helped add to the feeling of suspense throughout the film. However, it doesn't fit in as well as Dunkirk's soundtrack, which gives off the right feeling at every time. The plot is very well written, and I didn't really notice any plot holes. The actors did a great job, especially George McKay, who played Lance Corporal Will Schofield, Dean Charles Chapman, who played Lance Corporal Tom Blake, and Richard Madden, who played Lieutenant Joseph Blake. My overall rating for this movie is 9.7 out of 10, and I highly recommend watching this movie. I think I like Midway a little better, so for that movie I'm going to update my rating to 9.8 out of 10. However, Dunkirk still remains my favorite war film, with that getting a solid 10 out of 10. I'll probably make a video about why Dunkirk is so great, so stick around for that. Anyways, my friends, I hope you all enjoyed today's review. If you did, please subscribe for more content in the future, as I will be making a full review of the Star Wars sequel trilogy. Also consider following me on Twitter and joining my Discord server. Links will be in the description. Have a wonderful day, everybody.